crap. You know what happens when they get used to you is they lose any fear of you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they're like, let me tell you something. A Bigfoot who is not scared of you at all is a scary Bigfoot. Because they say then they get used to you, and there's some people who have claimed to be in that scenario, and they're like, the problem is when you start feeding them and stuff, then they start hanging around all the time. And the problem with a lot of people have with that, no girl. And the problem with that is that, thank you for your, oh dear. The problem with that is, oh crap! Is that they get you, once they get used to you, and they get used to you, thanks buddy.
You're welcome.
Then they'll start getting pissed off when you want to stop. When you want to stop feeding them,
oh yeah.
And then the food source suddenly gets cut off, then people, same thing here in Austin. Like people will feed a bunch of deer, and then when they stop, they wonder why the deer won't leave.
Because they gave them a permanent food source. They're like, oh look, food source, all right.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Wow, she did a good job.
I guess what I was, yeah, she did. I guess what I was trying to lead to there is that, another problem with these habituation stories, people say, oh, I have Bigfoot routinely living on my property, and some are hogwash. I mean, and that's another thing. Let me just divert one more time. In cryptozoology and mysteries in general, you probably know what I'm talking about here, is there are two camps of thoughts. There are people who believe any story they're told, because a lot of people in those circles take pride on the fact of their open-mindedness.
Yeah.
And then there are people who want to legitimately investigate, get credible interviews and accounts. They believe there are things that are unusual that could happen, but they say, well, you know, let's see, how do we know this person isn't pulling our leg? And that's more of my camp. And then there are others who think, we'll believe anything, which is very dangerous.
Oh yeah,
very
those guys. Yeah, and
yeah.
Honestly, I mean, listen to you two people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't just believe anything, no matter what subject it is, no matter what thought it is, from religion all the way down to political views, to stories and stuff like this. Don't believe anybody just tells you.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is
question
just us talking. I mean, we're not claiming to be right.
Yeah, I mean, heck, we're nowhere by any means expert. You know, we're just two guys who are just geeking out about this stuff. Yeah. But you know, do your research, pay attention to stuff. You know.
Yeah. We're just trying to get across the point that if we're being honest with ourselves, there is no such thing as an expert.
Oh
no. That implies someone who knows it all, and they're just that person just doesn't exist. But at the same time, another problem, and this is legitimate query, people always say, okay, I'll buy it. You got these things living on your property. You routinely see them, almost on a daily basis. Why do you have no video or photographic proof? Oh dear, this was a mistake. There you go. You know, I think that's a decent criticism. I hate snipers, especially when I'm Doomfist.
I took care of one sniper.
Oh, I see the other one. She's about to die. Oh crap! So focused on her, I missed the. I won't make that mistake again. The sniper was on the ground hiding.
Oh, I got her. But the Hanzo came back. Yeah, but I got the other sniper. Yeah, this snipers would make a good killing in this map. Anyways,
yeah.
you're saying there are two camps. No, past that. I'm sorry.
There are two camps, and they raise a good question. They say, why is it that you have these things living on your property all the time? Why in the hell don't you have pictures of them? You know, that's a legitimate query, I think. If you see these things all the time, why don't you have any picture, any video, anything?
Yeah, I mean, you would think like, oh, these things are hanging out with me all the time. Oh, I better take a Polaroid.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, please get that, Diva. Thank you. Oh crap, stupid Hanzo. But in any case, and then there are other cases which I ain't gonna lie, these are extremely. I mean, I don't know why people in any realm of reality think this is a smart idea, but there are people like I've heard podcasts before where people are like, oh, yeah, dude, I remember this one. This blew my freaking mind because this guy was like, yeah, we have a photograph
Sniper
of
to the
Dogman.
roof on the right side of the door.
Oh crap, I see her. We have a Dogman photo that this guy has a Dogman photo that is so good it could be on the cover of National Geographic. I'm like,
Really?
dude, why the frick? And they're like, and people are like, legitimately, I mean, to be fair, they're like, dude, why in the hell have you not, you know, like shown anyone?
Yeah, I mean, you'd
And
think that'd be a big deal.
Yeah, and the reasons are always very vague. I mean, like, there's no reason why they don't. And I'm not gonna lie, if you have a photo like that, I could see reasons why you do not want people to see it. Maybe for those reasons we was talking about. But don't tell people that. It just makes you look like an ass. Alright, but you see what I'm...
Oh yeah, I definitely see what you're talking about because you're basically pushing a lie that's made up, that doesn't really exist.
Yeah. I mean,
it's kind of their way of trying. Oh yeah,
right.
it's their way of like trying to get attention, I guess you'd say. You know, make them feel special for that moment.
Yeah.
Moving the payload. Fall in behind me.
Crap. Gorilla coming for you, look out.
Yeah, I know.
But But, and again, that's like, oh dear. Oh,
Made it. Whew.
made it, me too.
You made a error.
Okay, Vanna, you're gonna have to die, honey.
Not waste
No
this
offense.
opportunity.
Bitch. Oh dear!
Oh,
Hey,
you're right.
angry
Oh,
gorilla, angry gorilla. Bitch,
Rains from above.
you can't last forever. Oh, nice. Oh damn, Diva took that really personal.
oh, she did. She just went ham on us. Like, you sons of bitches. Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, maybe, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard some where
Oh God.
people sound somewhat legitimate. Oh crap, that
Thanks for the
diva.
assist.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry I'm not talking more clearly, guys. This is a pretty intense match, but
Yeah.
I hope I've been explaining myself well. I feel like I'm not
Oh, yeah,
doing very
yeah.
good. I mean,
God. She is mean. I like her. But no, I understand what you're getting at. I mean, you're displaying both camps and everything, but go past that point.
Back into
but yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of these stories that are very popular, just because it's popular and they are interesting. They are very interesting stories. I listen to them. That's why I know about them. It doesn't mean something's legitimate, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just because you want to believe it. Oh crap! Oh man!
I will not waste this opportunity.
Just because you want to believe it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I guess what I'm saying. I'm saying even in mysteries, guys, the truth is always the best.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie. If I wanted to, I'm sure I could easily make a fake Bigfoot story.
Oh yeah, I
and
mean,
make it believable.
Oh yeah, like that one joke we had.
Oh, which one?
The
Oh dear, look out. Oh crap, it's from behind, from behind.
I blew myself up.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Try
Oh
and get
crap.
there. Try and get there.
Oh damn it, Hanzo. Stupid ass scatter arrow. Just point in someone's general direction and they die. What happened? This match was going so smooth. But yeah, it's interesting to say because I mean, Bigfoot is just one cryptid creature.
Oh yeah, there's several of them. I mean, it's insane.
Oh dude, there's like a lot of them. Some of them more legitimate than others. I'm gonna have to be a tank because because I'm just getting melted. Doomfist has a lot of health too, but I do want to use this. I have my ultimate.
Yeah, changing my style.
Bitch. Not this time.
God, stupid gorilla.
Okay. Oh, something's happening here. Gorilla on me.
I'm not a young
Oh crap.
Trying to get there. Trying to get there, buddy. Trying to get there.
We're moving it. We're moving it. Hey, look. Careful, because Hanzo keeps trying to flank us. I knocked Hanzo off. Oh crap, not again! Oh crap. Man, does he get that a lot?
Ah. And they really went after us.
Yeah, dude. This team is like in the sink. Dude, they're like going from behind too. Damn. But
60 seconds.
what are your thoughts on that? Like what I've been saying. I've been talking a lot.
Oh, Len, you talk because you're kind of best known for that.
Yeah, the expert in a sense, not not that I know anything, but expert in my geekish love.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've got you in my sights. I'm on fire.
No! What the frig? This girl is tough. Thank you.
Come on, I gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Oh crap. Nice. Oh no 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 no! Damn it! That just won them the game, I think. Did that get you too?
No, he got me. He got me.
That person just got a quad. Valiant effort though. Yeah, I think they got it.
Oh, they won. Dang it. God, that was hard fought.
Barely won.
Yeah.
But you know, also, I mean, going back to what you said, like, what cryptid creatures? What about Mexican culture?
Whoa.
Or what? Other than Chicanos things, I mean, I would imagine, just on my perspective, that would be mostly supernatural creatures.
Yeah, it
Would that
would
be a
actually.
fair,
No,
or-
I mean, one legendary one we know of would be the chupacabra.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. Now, a lot of times, a lot of folks don't. Now, if you're not from Texas or any near the southern regions, near part of Mexico, you've never heard of it before. A chupacabra is a sort of a blood sucking monster. Has strange origins. A lot of folks would assume that it's actually from government experiment that's gone
Outer
haywire,
space.
or yeah, basically an outer space. You know, a UFO in other words.
Welcome to Geeking.
An alien. Now, not a whole lot is known. I mean, the only thing that evidence they ever find is like goats having 2 puncture holes and
The
left for
blood
dead.
is gone.
Yeah, just gone, completely dried, and the body is has been left dead for about like 12 hours or however long the night lasts.
And yeah, dude. I think the name officially translates to goat sucker.
Yeah, which is pretty much all they seem to attack is the goat. And you know, I've seen one video where somebody claims, "Look, I found a chupacabra," and it turns out just a dog with mange.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like, a lot of people nowadays, you'll be seeing the chupacabra as like this hairless, mangy coyote.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the only chupacabra I ever heard about was a little green alien-like creature.
Yeah. Because that's what it was.
Almost
It was
reptilian. And another creepy thing that I saw, it's like they tell it happened, but they never make a point of mentioning this. This happens like under people's noses. They'll wake up one day. It's not just goats. I mean, it's mostly goats, but there's been like llamas and chickens and stuff, and they just wake up and all of them are dead.
Oh
And
yeah.
all their blood is gone.
Just
Like under and you know,
completely white.
I mean,
You would think they would make a sound. Nothing.
yeah, nothing. And that's another thing, because you know, if they did, you know, in Mexico they go to after farmers' chickens. He coming out and he coming after you.
Yeah, I mean that's it. You know, because it's their livelihood. I mean, it's
Again,
their-
like that's talking about Texas and Mexican culture having a lot in common. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you come up to my chickens, man.
like you know, we have that motherfucker. I wish a motherfucker would try. And plus, I mean, back in that day,
Yeah.
I mean, we would be old school. You know, first time you get a gun, what do? You walk outside with it, you load it, you roll up 1 round, and you fire it off in the air.
Attackers in
Yeah.
Basically letting your neighbor, hey, I'm strapped and I'm ready. Please don't fuck with me.
Yeah. The that's the creepy thing about it for me. I've always found creepy. I remember I heard one account, and again, like we were saying, people, you can't always say, "Oh, that's 100% true." But this guy claims that one of these things attacked him, and that it spoke to him telepathically,
Yeah, now
Attackers
something like
like
that.
it was trying to like calm him, where he wouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up there. I haven't even hit my shield yet, which is weird. The other Brigitte is there. I ain't gonna have that.
Now I'm getting pegged from a bunch of people all at once.
I hear you. I'm out there trying to.
Wow, they really hate my guts.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing about this map. It's so open that it's really like. Oh no.
Let me try them one more time.
Crap.
Yeah, but like I said, Chupacabra, it's one of the many. I mean, there's so many different stories of so many different creatures. A lot of it can be done in the paranormal as well.
Yeah. It got me. But, and you know, that's another thing, you know, going back to Bigfoot for a second. There's some people who think he's a supernatural creature. There are even some people, I don't know if you've ever heard of this one, there are some people who think he's a damn alien. And,
That is
you know,
one
I guess
hairy
I
alien.
should I guess I should, well, what does the alien look like? Probably like my thoughts on Bigfoot. I really believe Bigfoot exists, and I'll admit I'm a bit of a romantic in that regard, because I really want him to.
Doomfist is right behind y'all.
Get up. Yeah, back on the point. Need some help, people. There we go. But, oh crap, someone's hurt. But yeah, dude, it's oh crap. And back on that, what I think Bigfoot is, you know, and I know there are many who think, oh, Bigfoot don't even exist, but what I think it is a unidentified North American great ape. That's what I think it is.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Dimpus. Someone get that Genji. He's mad annoying. Oh dear. Still alive.
Nah, I'm dead. They really hate my
I'm about
guts.
to be. Oh dude, they took personal offense to me being a badass girl. But yeah, dude, it's a lot of interesting.
Oh, a lot of different interesting. Well, I remember, going back to Niflheim. I remember there's one story in particular. This had to do with soldiers. These guys faced a strange creature. The very first one they ever faced, the very first type they ever faced, where they had to take on a soldier by a Niflheim by itself. What happened was the first scouting team were sort of just coming back from their first mission, and they disappeared. They never heard from again. Ouch.
Oh crap.
Yeah, so they got me good. But so then they had to send another scout, another group, to find out what happened to him exactly, you know. So when they went out and tried to find him, they found this one clearing, and several feet wide. In front of it, there was a huge cave. And so they figured, oh, well, let's make camp here. And then all of a sudden, they just heard this noise that they never heard of before. And it, what the heck? And the smell coming.
Now.
Yeah. And the smell just came back from it, and it was just disgusting. And the next thing that you know, they see this big old creature just comes walking out, getting ready to charge, and they were all stunned because this is the first time they've ever seen one. I mean, what are you supposed to do when you see one? Just stand there and like, ooh, ah, you know? They were shocked.
Crap. Oh, that. Damn, where's our team?
I don't know.
But,
I guess they quit.
I guess so.
But anyways.
These have got a lot. Yeah.
Anyways, the thing is, one of the other soldiers had enough sense to fire. And so when he started firing, everybody else was like, "Oh crap, we got to start firing!" And they started firing. Unfortunately, that one soldier that decided to take the shot was killed instantly by the Niflheim's pike, basically just skewered.
Pike?
Yeah, pike.
Oh. Was this? Did they know? Was it like a metal pike or was it like a
steel pike?
Wood one?
Steel pike.
Steel.
Yeah, I mean, you knew this guy was strong because of the way he was able to use that pike and pick up a full-grown man carrying multiple set of some gear.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the way he described him was red hair, and tall and thick, like muscular-looking son of a bitch.
Not the sexy kind.
No.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, and when that first soldier got killed, everybody else woke up and was like, "Oh crap!" And they all started shooting at it, and he just filled it full of holes.
So he surprised them?
Yeah, he did, because they weren't expecting him to show up. I mean, like I said, he just showed up.
Oh.
Came barreling out of that building.
Oh yeah, this is when they Oh no.
60 seconds remaining.
He's hurt. There we go.
Ah, they got me. I was hoping to bug him a bit, but after that soldier got skewered, all the other soldiers snapped out of it and fought back and just fill it full of holes. I mean, they had all different type of rifles and ammos all over him, and finally it took him down.
Oh yeah.
And the way they described it was just huge, like something they should not have existed at all.
30 seconds.
Red hair, crooked teeth, You know, I mean, and it just stunk. Like, I mean, these guys smelled dead bodies before. No, not this time.
Dude, it's
Not like this smell.
And although, well, anyone who thinking why this could tie in with Bigfoot, there are people who believe that Bigfoot are Nephilim.
Really? I never heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh crap. Oh man. They yeah, I do not think that is the case, but whatever the case, you know, I mean, there are definitely stories of giants, I guess is a good way to tie into this.
Yeah.
And that one, did you you've told me before, but reiterate for anyone listening. What was the aftermath of this?
Well, after they finally killed it, they had to call in so they could pick up their friend's dead body, their soldiers, for the comrade's body, and decide they sent 2 helicopters over. One was actually for the giant, and they were like, "What are y'all doing? You know, like we're taking this with us. Why? I mean, it's dead. We don't have to know about it." And they said, "Well, we have to do it so that way nobody will know about it."
That raises the question, why?
Well, I mean, think about it. Here you have a sentient being, close to a human being, this huge monstrosity that was able to take multiple shots, ouch, and was able to survive any multiple shots and was able to survive it. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
And they figured, you know, the less, I mean, you know, it's the government. You know, the less people know, the better, I guess, so that they can have more control over it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that kind of goes in. Like a lot of people say, why doesn't the government want us to know about Bigfoot? I'm like, well, you know, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. It better be ours, I swear.
Nope. I'm about to die again, damn it. Where's the help? Other than you, no one helps. Like every time there's a big fight, everyone like falls off. Why is our Junkrat just sitting there?
I don't know.
Really?
He's just standing there.
I have my ultimate, so hopefully we can. Maybe not.
Yeah. No, there's no way we're gonna make this one. But anyways, like I said, it's just the way the government wants to have control over people.
Oh, something's happening here, buddy. Something's happening. No! Never mind.
Just going.
Junkrat. I could have made a difference, but you know. I'm coming. Hold it off. Get in that air. I'm coming to heal you. Oh, I got you! Oh no.
Oh, they got us.
Oh, damn it.
It was that one
crap.
move that clinged. Anyways, now after that incident, another soldiers who had experienced that started getting, you know, after all that incident, another soldier was also told a story of how at one point they had to start learning to shoot properly again. This time, instead of aiming for the head, like in the dummies, they told them to shoot several feet higher above it. They're like, wait, why? They never really explained it until that story came up of the giant in Baghdad, I think.
Baghdad, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it's called. So look that up. I mean, it's surprisingly amazing stuff.
Yeah, Baghdad got a lot of scary crap. They got giant demon bats too, apparently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and not only that though, but apparently it's also easy access to the gateway of hell, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah, one of the soldiers. Yeah, one of the soldiers. When they were in Baghdad. No, what was it? Iran. Yeah, Iran. Iran, Baghdad. Yeah, they had to draw straws to guard this. Can we change teams?
Yes, we can.
Okay, they had to draw straws
Oh,
to. Yeah, that's right. They had to draw straws on who would be guard duty in prison because they didn't want nothing to do with that. I mean, bad enough it's prison. Yeah, it's not pleasant. But we're talking about hardened soldiers that's seen a lot of stuff. If they don't want to do that, then because they had like this odd feeling of just terrifying horror from there, and it's not just because, like I said, they're not just because they're soldiers and they fought through hell and everything else. It's because it's something else that they they were terrified of. Apparently, in that area, it's been known to have that problem. People experiencing odd things over there.
Yeah, man, it's in a lot of these places that's much more. A lot of places are a lot more supernatural because they don't have the population that we do have here in America, and there's a lot of culture. I mean, it's the kind of people who embrace science as their new religion, and anything that is not that is, anything that would put a kink in anything that we know. People do not like. They want to dismiss it.
Yeah.
And that is definitely something we don't know. A giant old hairy red ginger bitch coming, getting him a soldier for shish kebab. That's something that they don't want people to know about. And it's it is crazy. You wonder why. You think if these things were running around out there, you'd want to just come out and tell your soldiers, hey, there's these giant 9-foot ginger things that like to kill people, come in their caves. You might want to avoid them, or you might want to learn to crane your damn AR up in the air and put it in their head.
Yeah.
Might be just a thought.
No, man, yeah. And then what else did I learn?
Onward and upward.
What else can we think of? Oh, remember that one story you told me the other day about Australia? Having that sort of one part of the river where even some of the locals was like, nope, nope. They didn't want to go.
Onward and upward.
You heard of that? Where
crap.
where somehow it's like dinosaurs or something.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Yeah, you know that a lot more
Leave
than
me
I
alone.
do.
Yeah, there's theropods too. And for those who don't know, theropods are like a 2-footed dinosaur, like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
If that don't make you piss your pants, I don't know what will. But yeah, and that's the same thing. Just like you said with those people who knew about that, these guides, they were bound and determined that they were not going to take them there. And I think, actually, these guys are pretty persistent. I think they actually ended up taking them. And they heard some sounds. They described it as a roar that sounded like a freight train coming at them. That's really loud. Anyone who's never heard of a freight train.
They're like, nope, out.
Yeah, there's I mean, it's interesting. I guess I answered my own question now that I think about it, because I say, the reason a lot of people, or answered the question you'd asked, the reason a lot of people don't want people to know about them is they don't want people coming up around their home and making it into a media circus for a creature that they've never seen as anything but normal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it is true. I mean, what's like how I feel about South by Southwest over here. I hate it. I mean, I'm not being an asshole. I just hate it because all these people show up and they just fucking ruin my city. For goodness sakes, and they just disrespect it. Heck, there's been nothing but litter after they showed up. They just leave their trash all over the place. Like, what the heck are y'all doing? This is my home. I don't do that to your house, do I? No, of course not. But no.
I mean, that's the age they're entitled because they're on South by Southwest.
Yeah. Apparently it's special or something.
Yeah, but it's funny you talking about the dinosaurs. They were actually have thought could be responsible, like relic dinosaur populations for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Just to show my geekdom. Pterosaurs are actually not dinosaurs. They're actually flying reptiles.
Really?
Yeah. They are related to dinosaurs, but anyway, a lot of people thought they might be something that could could possibly explain it, because pterosaurs, they glided. Damn, I got sniped. They glided, and some people think maybe if they were the candidate, if they were, you know, the guilty party of the Thunderbirds, because some pterosaurs got freaking huge, dude. Then they, the reason being is they were using thunderstorms to carry themselves.
That I did not know. That would explain
Because
why they're
gliding
considered
on the
Thunderbirds.
thermals, yeah. We're on the point. Damn. I didn't even get to her.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Soldier up top, look out.
Let's move.
Yeah, I'm the only one moving the damn payload. I'm not going out there.
No, I'll avoid that. There we go. But, if you get punk-ass Reaper. But, but yeah, dude, that's the interesting theories. And there's also some freaking, like, you know the Argentavis that we fly on Arc?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
They're another very good candidate, because honestly, they're not giant eagles. They're more closely related to vultures. Look out, you got a Hanzo behind you. Oh crap!
Payloads moving. Let's make sure someone stays with it. Move back.
Thank you. Look out, Roadhog's out there. The Hanzo's still alive? He is. No, now he's not. But what about? Have you ever heard any tales of oh dear.
How did that blast get me?
Oh damn it! I used my ultimate to kill Bastion. Damn Hanzo! I hate that bitch.
Well, I haven't really heard any stories about the Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, Quetzalcoatl. Well, there's a terrorbird not a terrorbird, a pterosaur named after it. It is the largest one that we tamed on our Quetzalcoatlus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's the thing that might blow your mind. Those proportions in game are correct.
No way.
The things are huge. They had 45-foot wingspan was the biggest one they ever found. Huge. Huge creatures. And they were, Aw, damn it. We don't have a tank again, do we? But, Bastion is trying to go up top.
Darn it. No, he's there. He's on the second floor to the right.
Yeah, oh, no, he's not. Damn, my dumbass. I can't go this way. Let's see. But, damn. Let's do with that. But, yeah, dude, that's interesting. Like, I know a lot of...
Yeah, you know, a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Here's one thing I've always learned about the whole cryptozoology thing. There's still parts of America where we haven't completely explored it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
She had to die. She had to die.
Hello. Oh. Bitch. Bitch ass Bastion, hello. Oh, get this bitch off my help! Thank you. No, you don't. I'm not getting part of that. No, sir. Oh dear, I'm glad I'm hiding. Bitches! Oh crap, 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 crap. That could be a good time for a rally. Oh, nice.
Done it.
Hey, May, too late. I'm gonna punch you in slow motion though, bitch. Let's see. But yeah, dude, I'm sorry my night's not going as well. Maybe I'm not doing very good.
Well, no, I mean, you're
This-
doing two things, talking about zoology, cryptos, and all that stuff. But like I
Yeah.
said before to all you, anybody that's actually watching this, I mean, this half the stuff we say, or most of the stuff we say, we're not really experts on. You know, we hardly know anything, but somehow we seem to get the information. Look it up yourselves. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah.
don't take our words for it. Go out there. I mean, that's why you have the interweb. I mean, it's the most amazing thing in the face of the earth I've never seen in my entire life. I mean, you have a computer in your hand and you could actually access any information you want. Which I find funny how some people nowadays still look to like people to give them the information. It's right there in your hand, folks. You know,
Yeah.
don't be that
And stop
lazy
and
person.
think. One day when you're looking at your iPad or your iPhone or on your desktop, do this for G. Just stop and think, if this was about 50 years ago when you had this, you would be the most powerful person on the planet.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
Because remember that Justice League episode with Vandal Savage?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was cool, where he sent himself a laptop back in time, and it just let him conquer the world.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was like, how'd you do it with a laptop?
Because knowledge is power, people. And like I said, you know, I mean, we'll discuss anything. We'll discuss stories, and we'll tell you if we think it's BS. We'll tell you.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss anything
Oh yeah.
about them. We'll discuss some that we're kind of like, We'll discuss some like,
Oh,
wow, that's... I never
Speaking
thought
of
about it like
stories
that.
BS, here's one that I think it's kind of BS. I'm sorry to say it, but I think it is. There's this place, I think it's like Dust Ranch or something like that. Supposedly this one
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, supposedly this one guy who actually got this ranch, and here's a story. One of the stories: the guy got this ranch, and the first time he gets there, he finds all this stuff still in the place. He's like, "What the heck's going on?" And he goes, "Hey, man, I just bought this. You know whose stuff is this? It must be the previous owners. I'll tell them to move it. So you guys just go watch a movie. You can come back, and they should be gone." It's like, "All right." He leaves. They watch a movie, have dinner, come back, and all the stuff's gone. Like everything's gone. It's like cool. And then when he goes to the pool, he finds that all their stuff was in the pool. And he's like, "What the heck is this? You know, who thought this would be a good idea to do that?" And he calls the guy that he got sold him the house. He goes, "Hey man, their stuff's in my pool. What's going on?" He goes, "Well, I mean, that's the thing I want to talk to you about. Because what's that?" They all thought you put it in there because you were angry at them. Why would I do that? That's ridiculous. He goes, "Well, either way, it's your problem. So you're gonna have to take care of it yourself." So it took him about 2 days to clear everything out. All he did was just get rid of it.
Oh, there. Nope.
Ain't happening.
Yep. Oh, crap. Oh, we got Reinhardt coming through. Look out. He's gonna try to charge you, buddy. But I'm not gonna let him. Bitch. Mother grabber. Mother grabbing Reaper. He's gonna pay for that.
So after that,
Actually,
that was his first strange experience. Second strange experience today he had. He was just coming home, getting some supplies, and then he sees this one guy walking through his yard. He's like, "What the hell?" This dude, shirtless, wild-eyed gentleman. Just walking around with a machete, swinging it in his hands. Like, what the hell is this? And so, like any other homeowner, he'll go out there and look. It's like, "Hey, what's your deal, man? What's going on?" He goes, "Oh, hey, who are you?" It's like, "I'm the new owner." "Who the hell are you?" "Oh, I'm so-and-so. I forgot the name. I actually kill the monsters here." He goes, "Excuse me?" "Yeah, I kill monsters."
What?
Yeah, and he was shocked. He was like, this dude, full-grown man, carrying a machete in his hand. standing there telling me dead in the eye that he kills monsters. And like, well, where do you live? Well, you see that one silo or whatever building's there? He goes, yeah, that's where I live. He goes, well, not anymore. Oh crap, you're not living there anymore, and I live here now, so I want you off my property. He goes, okay, no problem.
Oh dear.
So after he kicks him out,
Oh yeah.
he he kicks him out because that was like second time you experienced that. How does she keep getting those?
I know she gets it like all the time. Damn it! I almost got soldier. She gets it all the time. She's like Moira, who can shoot that damn Kamehameha every 30 seconds. It's
Yeah, no,
annoying.
it's. I mean, they should something off of that. Anyways, after that, straight UFOs start appearing in his home. First, his cattle starts to get, then his horses start getting mutilated. His his dogs start dying off as strange injuries and such. And pretty soon he started getting his own gun, and he had to like basically fight them off. At one time when they first appeared, he had to, he shot at one, he ruined a hole in his wall, basically. And he goes, yeah, and it was a pain in the ass trying to fix that damage I did to my own house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so eventually he learned that, well, maybe instead of just trying to shoot at them, why don't I just, hit them with a sword or a blunt weapon?
Right.
Which actually was the smartest thing to do, because he ended up developing something to where he's able to tell where they're going to show up and where they're going to show up, almost like a second sight type of deal. God.
Nope.
60 seconds remaining.
How did soldier? Oh, I thought that was soldier.
So now most of the time he spends his time to hunting them down and killing them. Now these are greys. He's talking about UFOs, alien greys, big old eyes, small little things.
Yeah.
At one point,
Those are kind of the traditional aliens for anyone who doesn't know.
yeah. Now at one point, one of them actually came close to. They seem to have an affinity for his wife at the
30
time.
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And, yeah, which is weird because at one point one of them decided to just make a go for his wife, and at first he was like, "What the hell?" So they kept going after his wife. Kept trying to touch her, at one point they almost tried to abduct her and like just drag her up, because it was funny how he explains it. He goes, "I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden I see my wife just being picked up and raised away, and was starting to be taken off to the ship." And I was like, "What the heck?" And he runs out there. He had his AK-47 with him, and because this dude kept, through years, he became strapped. Guns, machetes, swords, knives, a hatchet, the whole shebang. I mean, he's getting ready. And then he decides to, when he saw his wife being floated away into this big old ship, he gets the AK-47 and just starts blasting. Because his wife told him, promise me, don't let them take me alive. He's like, all right. He just starts blasting at the ship. And she's up to 15 feet, and they just let her go. And he just runs over there and catches her. Put you back in bed. She wakes up. What happened? I caught you. You were almost taken from me.
Oh my gosh. And
Now,
why does this guy move?
Well, I don't know, because he's a stubborn guy. I mean, apparently what he said was like he saved the money. His entire time he saved money for this ranch, because that's what he wanted his entire life. Ever since he was a kid, he wanted a ranch. But here's the issue, though. This is where I kind of say it sounds like BS, because at one point he ends up was able to skewer one of the greys, and he used a katana for this, and was able to rip off a chunk of flesh off the grey. And
Oh,
he just,
yeah?
yeah, nice clean chunk, and he just left it there, and he didn't pick it up. He just sat, when the greys left and everything else, he just sort of sat there just staring at it, figuring out, what the heck am I going to do? I literally have a physical sample of one of these greys. And he said, you know what? There's a guy I know who helped him a lot with these UFO encounters, so he calls him. the guy was a researcher. He tells him, "Hey, I've got this chunk. What do I do with it?" He goes, "Well, put it in a clean jar and send it to me. I'm gonna run tests on it." He did. But the weird thing is, a couple days
Let me
later,
guess. He never saw it again.
no, well, close. He never saw it again, the sample, but his friend died.
What the hell?
Yeah, killed. Boom, right there. And you would think something like that would be in the news or anything else, but like we said before, the U.S. government tries to keep things hidden for, sure, for several reasons. Probably one for, the safety of humanity and its own citizens, but two, I think, is to make sure that people don't lose their shit. Because think about it. I mean, what would you do if all of a sudden you found out there's these other worldly beings just showing up? I mean, honestly, you'd probably end up just strapping up, getting ready, and waiting for these assholes to show up.
Yes and no, but I'll add something. I want you to finish your thought, but let me just say, like the guy who was living on his ranch. Before you finish, I just want to insert this. Who was like, "Oh yeah, I kill monsters." Do you ever wonder about the people in these stories? Like, do they ever think that maybe this guy who does not live on this ranch is wondering what the frick I'm doing with the damn machete, just strolling around saying I kill damn monsters that come out of UFOs? Did he ever once in his life thought that when he was eating at Wendy's? Like, what the hell? Like, seriously?
I don't know, dude, but from what I heard, this guy was stubborn as heck. And from what videos I watched,
Well, no, I'm
he's
talking about
stubborn
the
as
guy
heck.
who was living there before. I'm like, didn't this guy think like, oh, maybe if I went around twirling a machete, this
Well,
guy will be like, what in the frick?
The way he described him was looked like the guy was a bit off hinge, if you catch my drift. You know, he wasn't playing
Oh,
with
yeah.
the full deck. The lights were on,
Well,
but
who could
nobody was
blame
home.
him?
Yeah. And so, and to me, at one point, I was like, that's gotta be BS, because then all of a sudden, he just started getting this influx of people coming in, wanting to do research, trying to take pictures, all this other stuff. And he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, show up. And he seems to use that opportunity because he made his ranch into a horse preserve. Because at one point during his time there, he would just wander around the desert, his property, and he sees a horse right there. He's like, what the hell? I guess because when that bubble happened, that economic bubble, that household bubble, I guess you'd say, you
Yeah.
find these horses just wandering around because people had to get rid of them. And they figured, oh, well, send them out to the desert. So he ends up like bringing them back to his property, taking care of them. Because he really, really, really wanted a horse ranch, and lo and behold, he got one. But like I said, at one point it started to get to the point to where even I'm starting to question. I was like, I don't know, man. I mean,
It's kind of like the Bigfoot habituation stories.
yeah, because
It's
the
kinda
guy
like that.
was
Like, you're telling me this happens all the time, he ain't got nothing to show for it.
yeah,
Nothing.
well, he had something to show for it, but it disappeared. So
Well, yeah, but even then, you'd think that he'd get some video or something.
oh yeah, definitely something, but I guess not. And anyways, I don't know what else happened after that. I kind of stopped because I was like, this is too much. This got to be fake. Last thing I heard, the one guy who owns Skinwalker Ranch wanted to
Ooh, I
buy
heard
that
of that
property.
place. Ugh.
Yeah, wanted to buy that property from the dude. Well, when I heard about that, turns out the dude was sitting on top of an aquifer,
Oh, yeah?
water. So he's in the Nevada desert. Water's right there. Now at that point, I figured this is why. He's trying, and I'm just guessing, but I think he's trying to get more money for the property than it's actually worth. If you catch my drift.
Mm. Oh, yes.
So yeah, so maybe he made it up. I don't know. There's no way for me to disprove it, or for me to prove that it exists. And so
That just reminded me of something. I remember in one of my high school classes, we was my teacher, I can't remember her name. She was really sweet though, but she was saying like, "Man, my damn pencil sharpener's broke or whatever." And someone was like, "Sell it on eBay." And she goes, and this dude was so right. I don't think he even realized how right he was.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, who's gonna buy a broken pencil sharpener off eBay and want to just not missing a beat? Say that it's haunted." Like, dude, the dude. I was the quiet kid. I didn't say nothing, but I'm thinking, dude, the man is right.
Yeah.
Someone will buy that son of a bitch.
yeah, somebody will. Somebody will. But
I don't know why you would want to.
I
I
mean,
damn sure wouldn't want to.
well, think about it. In the Skinwalker Ranch, it's synonymous with paranormal, UFOs, supernatural. I mean, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Now it's corned off, not by the guy, but by the U.S. government. So something tells me the reason why they wanted that was so they could do their little experiments. And I don't know if it's true or not. Again, this is just speculation, folks. There's no way for me to actually approve it or disprove it. All I know is that I find it strange that you find armed guards on a piece of property where nobody's allowed to go into.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of crazy places like that, and has this guy? I don't know if you've listened anymore. Has he tried to put any religious? Not, I shouldn't say I say Christian symbols around his property.
He doesn't strike me as that type. He's a bit of a stubborn man, so I don't think he actually goes that route.
Stubbornness can lead to foolishness if you're not careful.
Apparently, that's what happened to him. But
yeah, it's that's very interesting. I see what you mean, because I remember when you told me about it, I listened to some of it because you were intrigued. And like I said, folks, if you go and listen, you don't need to listen to us. If you want to go listen, it is a very intriguing story. I'm not going to lie. I hear some stories that I immediately think are like, this, and they're entertaining. It's pretty well told and stuff, but that's another thing you got to say. People say, well, why would this guy make all this up? I'm like, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
He could be trying to get one of these eccentric mother grabbers to buy his ranch for $1 million.
I will take it. I will sell you. I will buy you this ranch for about 20 mil. Sold.
Yeah. There was a Bigfoot property up for sale for a while in Georgia.
Oh yeah.
These people said, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This one actually didn't strike me with so much horse-hachi. Because, believe it or not, here's the interesting thing. People say, well, why hasn't anyone got a picture of Bigfoot? People have got lots of pictures of Bigfoot, but most of them, I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you right now. Let me back up. The reason why you don't get a lot of pictures of Bigfoot is because he usually knows that you're there first, and he's gone. I don't know if it's like and, some people have said, Bigfoot's pulling the camera out, they equate that to a gun. And a lot of times people say, well, I could see that. I really could. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, because that's my favorite, thing. But, they have shown in great apes that they can pass information down through teaching of generations. I think there's some chimps in the Congo that have learned how to use machetes for, opening, certain food sources, and they've taught them that. They've passed it down. So it is not so unbelievable to think that, they've been shot at before, and I'm sure they've been killed before, and they've taught, their younger generation, don't. If you see someone they don't know what a gun is, they just know it hurts them. If you see someone pulling something out to get after you, get the hell out.
Yeah,
so I could actually believe that.
Yeah,
But at the same time, last I heard, that property was up for sale, but that was maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah. And I think we should call it right now. How long have we been talking?
Yeah. Yeah, a while.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it tonight, folks.
Yeah, folks. I promise there will be time when we need to start recording us some footage and just talking over it.
Yeah,
because this was a distracting series of matches. They were pretty intense.
Oh yeah, I mean we had to be quiet for a couple seconds. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Again, this is just us BSing around. There's no real. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if we make this a real thing, that'd be surprising. But for now, it's a hobby. Again, folks. Yeah, again, folks. If you have any comments or have any suggestions, please leave in the comment sections. We'll read them. If you just want to mouth off, go ahead and do that. We'll just read it and look at you sideways and be like, okay, whatever, dude.
And not care.
Yeah, pretty much. We will not care. Oh, by the way, YouTube and Sarah, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Go fuck yourselves. That's for another topic. You folks have yourselves a good night. And remember, always keep researching. Always have an open mind. And,
and God bless always.
God bless always.
Be safe.
Good night.
Good night. What you think, buddy? How was that?